Well, welcome, Eldon. For those of you who haven't been watching these are interviews with the directors of the acapella groups here at BYU. I'm Evan Bird. I'm Vice President of Social Media for the club, and I'm here with Eldon Perkins.
Hey, I'm the director of Fermata Thin Air, one of the groups on campus.
So, for Thin Air, so I actually auditioned with them when I first joined the acapella club. So can you kind of, and I know it's had a lot of changes recently, so can you kind of give us kind of a rundown of like what from Out of Thin Air, what their goals are, what kind of music you guys tend to perform. Just kind of give us that basic rundown of the group.
Yeah, we really want to focus on creating a great environment as well as performing good music. And so, in addition to performing and practicing great quality songs, we want to be super inclusive with everybody and really have a tight knit group. At the same time, we're a little bit more laid back in terms of our practicing schedule and things like that. We just like to have fun. And so, we'll try to perform a little bit of everything. We'll do some pop songs, we'll do some old classics. We did the Me theme last year, and that was super fun. It was just kind of a goofy thing to do. But we just
Yeah,
really
I
want to
remember
have a fun
watching
time.
that. It was just an absolute blast.
Yeah, it was a really definitely a fun one to perform. And then right afterwards, we did Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, which, absolute classic. And that worked really well with the acapella style as well.
Mhm. Yeah, thanks. And so, Eldon, how did you first get into a cappella, or like how has your journey been, getting into the club and how did you kind of come across it?
Yeah, I had some friends in high school that dragged me into it. They were in my high school's all guys a cappella group, understaffed. And so I did that for 3 years and had a really great time with it. I knew it was something I wanted to continue in college. So when I got back after the mission, I just auditioned for all the groups as you do and heard about Fermata Thin Air, had a really great time talking with Brian, the former director. And I really liked the feel of the group. And so I decided to join them and had a great time last year, singing with all the people that were there, many who are still here with us this year.
Awesome. That's what I love to hear. Um, so what have been kind of, so you said that, you're just taking over from Brian just this year. What kind of challenges have you already seen, and what kind of like how has that transition been? Because I mean, I know Brian, I've worked with him. He's a really great leader, and he's really organized. And so what's it been like taking the reins from him this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think with any time where you're moving up into leadership, there's all like the sort of procedural stuff you have to get used to of, coordinating with BYU Student Association and, getting all the forms filled, everything like that. But also, we have a lot of our members continuing, but we also had about half the group leave and go on to different things to serve missions, get married, all sorts of wonderful things that we're really proud of them for doing. And so trying to find a way to work with the members we have to recruit more people so that we can still perform great songs and to get some songs lined up for this year to perform. The organization behind that has been probably the most challenging thing, but it's definitely really exciting and it's great to be involved in that.
Hmm. Yeah, and just kind of so like I know you guys are frequent flyers at the Acapella Jam. I've heard you on lots of the different, best of albums, and I know that like and you always have a pretty big spectacle whenever you guys perform. What are some of your goals for this next year? Do you have any big projects that you're working on or that you know about already?
Yeah, we definitely want to follow up with what we did last year, continue to perform at all of the concerts and get a spot on Acapella Jam and on the CD that they produce every year. That's always really fun to be a part of. We're looking ahead a little bit and thinking about trying to do some smaller concerts with just a couple of the other acapella groups instead of the whole acapella club at large. We're not quite sure what that looks like yet. We've thought about maybe doing something Christmas related, and I know the BYU Acapella Club is thinking about putting together a Christmas album. So that's still kind of in the works, but definitely looking forward to doing some fun new projects this year.
Mm-hmm. And I know Jordan, he's really excited about the Christmas EP, and so we'd love to have it. And plus with the new sound system that we have, that's going to make it more available for groups to put on a solo concert or kind of do a parallel motion organized the Valentunes concert for several years
Mm.
or like. And so that's one great things that groups like you who want to do more of these solo concerts, you're going to have more availability for that, because now that we have this new sound system, we're not just limited to the Varsity Theater.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so and so do you guys normally do new arrangements every year, or do you kind of bank on are you guys using lots of arrangements that you've already done mixed with new ones?
So the songs that we do, we learn new every year. We do actually have some people working on arranging some of those songs themselves as well. In fact, Brian, though he's moved on to Audacity, is still helping to arrange some of the music for us. And so that's really cool as well, to not just be able to grab arrangements that we find, but also pull from, something that we can work and adapt as we need it to the needs of the group. That's really awesome that we can do that. Um, because we have so many new members, I would expect that we'll do all new things instead of going back to some of the things in the past. But we've definitely done some fun songs. And so we'll talk together and we might end up doing some repeats. Think About Things was definitely a challenging song that we did last year, but that one was super fun. I don't know if you know about that one, but it won the Eurovision contest a couple years back by a guy whose name I can't pronounce. And so that was really fun to perform.
I wasn't aware of the background, but I remember when you guys performed it, and I was just absolutely blown away. You guys did a spectacular job.
Yeah, that one was really fun. And Brian definitely helped us workshop that one and made it absolutely fantastic.
Hmm. Um, what are some of the challenges that you're looking forward to this upcoming year, and what are some of the challenges that you're really not excited to tackle?
um, I have never been a fan of paperwork. I don't know if anybody is, maybe in the accounting school. I guess that's their job. Um, and so,
Kudos to Jordan.
like, there you go. Yeah. Um, all the organizational stuff, it's like, man, sometimes I wish this would just work. Um, but getting a new group of people together and, coming together to really be one unified unit, finding a way to blend not just the voices, but the personalities and to work together is always really exciting. Um, so that we can figure out how to make this group the best it can be as a group of friends and as a group of singers.
Awesome. Well, our time's about up, but so this Tuesday we're having open auditions, and you said that you have a lot of turnover. So what are some of the parts that you're like specifically looking for this year?
Yeah, we have open spots for just about every voice part, but in particular, we would love to have some new altos and also a beatboxer. Um, we only have one tenor right now, so another one of those would be great as well. But everybody can definitely find a spot. Tonight, there was just a karaoke night in the Varsity Theater at the Wilkinson, and there were a lot of great people there that I
Such
hope to see at
talent.
auditions for sure. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really surprising to see everybody out of nowhere. It's like, wow, there are some fantastic freshmen and just other people that haven't been in the acapella club before.
Mhm. All right. Well, thank you so much. This Tuesday, please come audition. Like Eldon said, we have room for literally any kind of voice part. So if you've got a high voice, a medium voice, a low voice, please come. We're looking for everyone. Any last words before we sign off?
Uh, Thanks for having me. Just reiterate that we'd love to see you at auditions. Acapella Club is a super fun time. We'd love to see you there.
All right. Thank you so much, Eldon. It's been a pleasure having you, and I wish you the best of luck with auditions next year, next week.
Thanks. I'll see you around.